He's got jumped.
Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, clearly his offensive output has been on a bit of a decline. Now, that could point to a lot of things, but mostly I think he's just putting his focus elsewhere on the floor, looking for other ways to help out his team.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Vucevic in at the five. And for the Nuggets, Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Tim Hardaway is out there with Jamal Murray, and it's Watson in at the three. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Graham. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, B.A., but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now here's Watson. Clock at 6. Off target with the three.
Come on, let's
Boston
go.
on offense. White looking it over. Tatum, a screen on Hardaway. White, the pass to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Yeah, the problem with Jason Tatum in the pick and roll is he can roll or pop, and that makes him hard to guard.
Murray against Pritchard. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the
So
defense
far,
on
so
that
good.
play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Jokic. Count it.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one of a kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to White. Down low. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Outside Watson. To the paint. Here's Murray.
No.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A
Come
big guard
on.
who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
Outside White. No good on the shot. Excellent defense there from Watson. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Gordon with the big finish.
Come on.
Playing that power forward
6
position,
unanswered
you
points.
overcome a lack of size with great hops.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Tatum with the basket. On the assist by
Nice.
Pritchard. Tatum's got his second basket of the night.
My goodness, the ability to adjust to defenders all around him makes Jason Tatum special. That's big-time hoops, folks.
Now here's Watson. 14 points his last outing. Back to Murray. Shoots over Pritchard. And that one's long. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Brown. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
The Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. Good work defensively by White.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
And the shot goes.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nuggets. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Brian?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at San Antonio, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they've had a cold stretch and are desperately looking to end their losing streak. You can bet tensions are high in that locker room.
1:16 left now in the first quarter. Denver moving it around. Left side, Brown. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, Bruce Brown can be very effective in the lane. Keeps you off balance with his timing.
Now Tatum, 15 in his last outing. Pass to Vucevic. Going inside. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Outside Johnson. Six to shoot. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Celtics lead by 4. Here's Gonzalez. Vucevic, a screen on Valanciunas. Inside. And Vucevic slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And there's the call on Christian Brown. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Taking in the game for your Nuggets, number 11.
Tatum from long range. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Boston.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Jonas Valanciunas out there with Cameron Johnson. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's the group for Denver getting going in the second. The shot, no good. Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Brown. Nails it from 3. Brown's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy there?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it. That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
So it's Denver now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And it's not the result they were hoping for. But every game is a chance to learn and make adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
And that one good. Murray's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. White, he's checked in for Shireman. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at Denver, when it comes to playoff seedings, they're in a dubious position right now. 9th place in the conference.
You're seeing where the Nuggets are. I just can't quite figure out what's wrong with them, and clearly neither can they. It's a frustration that certainly is having a negative impact on them.
Yeah, it's been a strange year for them. Early on, they got away from the formula that brought them all that success a year ago, and were just never able to get it back.
White for 3. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Murray will bring it up for Denver. It's a 3-point game. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Oklahoma City, where they'll face the Thunder. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
So David Adelman's decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic comes in for Valanciunas. And Aaron Gordon subbed in for Brown. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. On the wing, Murray, defended by Pritchard. Jokic with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Powered down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Hardaway comes in for Brown. Good from White. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
And here's Jokic outside. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight. Boston leading by 4. Pritchard surviving the D. There's the triple. Offensive board. Garza. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Murray makes it look easy at the rim.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, B.A. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home, something that's more important than basketball. Brian, back to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Here's Watson following the bucket by the Celtics. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Nuggets fans, give it up for the Nuggets Pride Squad.
Denver making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Boston also changed it up. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Jason Tatum comes in for Garza. And it's Jaylen Brown in for Hauser. Celtics lead by 3. 1:02 left in the second quarter. Here's Tatum. Gordon pulls it in.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Pass to Hardaway. Now Watson. Here's Jokic. Misses the baby hook. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Here's Brown. Brown catches in. A terrific finisher inside.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Hardaway. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Well, let's see the vertical of Mr. Hardaway. Go ahead, sir. Pretty dunk.
Vucevic, a screen on Hardaway. Pritchard, the pass to Vucevic. Stolen by Jokic. From deep three-point range. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Boston out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. The Western Conference winner, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Little love going to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just another big-time talent hailing from Canada. Has great length for his position, creates matchup nightmares the way I did, the way Kenny sometimes did. Not really, I just said that to make him look good.
Time now to take a look at the first half of action. It's been a close one for the Nuggets.
They're getting bullied on the defensive end, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many easy buckets. How are they going to still win this game?
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Nikola Jokic, what a contribution.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Here's Tatum. Kicking off the second half. Here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pritchard in it to 1. And that one drops.
Boy, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
Well, Doris, when you look at the skill set Jason Tatum possesses, what specifically makes him such an elite player?
Well, if you're elite, it means you have a multi-dimensional game, and that's Jason Tatum to a T. He came in with a scoring mindset. His playmaking skills have advanced every single season. He also absorbs an enormous weight on the defensive end. This guy is elite for a reason, and it's because it's a well-rounded game.
So it's Denver now, following the bucket by Boston. Yep, that one goes. Watson's got 5.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Brown. Give him 8. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Brown, plenty of space, and Boston again with the bucket.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
Nuggets trail by 7. Murray for 3. Murray from deep.
But defensively, the last thing we want is for Murray to get hot from beyond the arc.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Uses the glass on the layup. Hardaway's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gate. Just keep your rhythm now.
Vucevic, a screen on Gordon. There's Tatum with the 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Tatum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
80% shooting to start the third. 4 for 5.
Gordon outside. Inside. Here's Jokic. Dropping it at the rim. It's Jokic.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Vucevic, a screen on Hardaway. White, the pass to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
That's an excellent decision. Playing in the pick and roll, just understanding where the windows are, delivers it right in the pocket.
Nuggets trail by 5. Murray for 3. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:51 left in the third. A nice shot by Brown.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Murray passes to Gordon. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
I'll tell you this, the interior game of Aaron Gordon is coming along. He is looking more comfortable and more confident in there.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Denver will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Gordon. Brown comes in for Watson. Brown's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Pickett in for Murray. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. Here's Brown. 12 points for him. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. That one goes. Count it. Vucevic has got 10.
Well, Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball.
Pickett passes to Brown. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Here's Pritchard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Brown.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Nikola Jokic. And it's Jones in for Pickett. Good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Now here's Brown. Outside Johnson. Let's go with a 3. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum, a screen on Brown. Goes up on the wing. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Valanciunas with a screen on Pritchard. Brown, that's good.
That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Here's Tatum. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Boston out in front. They're up by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Johnson is out there with Bruce Brown. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Shot clock at 5. Here's Brown. Hauled in by Brown.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Brown grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 11. Right side Murray. Crafty move. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
They set a pick. Here's Brown. Here's Tatum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. For the Nuggets, Jokic comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Najee in for Brown. Vucevic, he's checked in for Boston. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Brown off the left rim and out.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Brown passes to Gonzalez. Back to Brown. Here's the three. Brown grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Murray. Picked his pocket. White against Brown. That's what he wanted.
Well, inside, Derek White showing an ability to finish around the cup.
And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. It's a 13-point game. Fires the three. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Shoots it up. Oh, no good.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable. Let's be honest.
Ball stolen. Here's Gonzalez, defended by Murray. There's a screen. Puts up the tray. Jokic pulls it down.
Come on, come on.
Jams it home.
Boy, this is how you move the ball effectively. They're not just passing it around the horn. They are passing with a purpose.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. For the Nuggets, Gordon, he's checked in for Najee. Watson comes in for Johnson. And Hardaway is subbed in for Brown. Outside Tatum. Takes a three. Tatum! Money from deep.
What a weapon the three has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Nuggets trail by 14. Now Jokic. Oh, the lead pass. Great dish.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
At the line for the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Pritchard. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Pritchard hits them both. Here's Murray. A minute 37 left to play in the fourth. Now Jokic. Oh, what a slam from the big man Jokic.
Helps his team in so many ways. Jokic is more than just a leader.
Celtics lead by 12. Now here's Pritchard. Oh, it's off target. Murray fires. No problem from 14.
Boy, you give him that good a look. He is going to typically make you pay.
Brown with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively. Jokic against Brown. Shot clock at 6. Vucevic. Oh, impressive footwork down low.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Celtics.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in a season series, even a short one.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jason Tatum.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn. So I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Boston, Massachusetts, the destination for the Nets. The rangy big man, Nick Claxton, he'll need to be locked in on both ends as they get ready for action in Boston. Nets, Celtics, up next. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jaylen Brown.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Traore, also Demon out there, Nicholas Claxton out there with Michael Porter, and it's Minot in at the power forward position. And for the Celtics, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Vucevic is out there with Jason Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point. As we enter tonight's game, there is a clear favorite, RJ, in this one.
That's true. I can tell you something else. Underdogs do win, and they do hear all the noise, so let's let this game be decided on the court.
Now, here's Vucevic. Drills it from outside.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vuce and his team.
And Claxton throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Out to the right wing. Here's Minot, guarded by Tatum. Pass to Demon. Just 5 to shoot. Nets passing it around. Fires away from outside. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's Demon missing. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform. The most with any of your team.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed. It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
And so Tatum nails them both.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
Pass to Minot. Here's Demon. Light covering, uses both hands to slam it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
No coverage that time.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Traore, 11 points last game. And that one's good by Porter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. And that one's good by Porter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Boston making some changes. Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White, and it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. And then for Brooklyn, Connie's checked in, and Zaire Williams is in for Traoré. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Brown against Williams. Claxton with the steal. Here's Deming. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. And Claxton throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Deming. Inside. Here's Connie. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Take a break.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Let's get him.
First free throw is good.
Nice.
We've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
And Brown drops them both. Here's Saroff. 35 seconds left in the first. The kick out to Williams. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Mann's checked in for Saroff. So it's the Celtics now. They lead by 4. Outside Tatum. Launches it. Drains the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 now.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball. Pass to Williams.
Crafty move. And Williams with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score. So
offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics leading by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Williams is out there with Powell. Then it's Sharp, and it's Clowney in at the power forward. Garza gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've got here in the first half.
Clowney, good.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Celtics leading by 5. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. To the paint, here's Garza. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Garza's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. White checked in for the Celtics. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Williams. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
White looking around. Queta, and he uses the glass on the layup. Queta's got his first points of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
Now Pritchard. The looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Garza, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Porter, no luck.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Pritchard passes to Queta. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. Pass to Porter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Sharp, and Demons subbed in for Zaire Williams. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders that do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifle their opponent's three-point shooting.
Demon, that's good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Brown. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block.
Celtics leading by 7. Brown outside. Brown gets it done inside.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Brown against Porter. The 3. Rebound, Boston. Queta's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
There's the pick. And here's Tatum for 3. And they'll get another chance. Kicked away. And they're running. Here's Traore. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's White. Here's the drive. And the shot goes down. White's got his first 2 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Boston Celtics.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
If you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Claxton a screen on Pritchard. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Claxton with the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
White the pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Nets trail by 9. And we hear a lot about 6'11" Nick Claxton's effect on defense. RJ, what's your opinion?
Well, it's not just his rim protection, but he can pop out and affect shots from mid-range. He guards multiple positions well, and his defensive versatility, that's not easy to come by.
White, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's the screen with the drive to the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Down low, here's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Nets trail by 8. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. In third, the Nets.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Shot from the inbound. And that one, good.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed one shot in their first 5.
Pritchard with the ball. And it's Vucevic in the corner. The kick out to Brown. Tatum with a screen on Porter. Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Look, it can be simple. Read the defense, call the play. Brown can really do it all.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Outside Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Good job by Tatum to exploit the space just outside the arc.
Pass to Minot. Here's Demon. They set the pick. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. And Claxton, no good on that one. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball out for the Boston Celtics. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Count it. Vucevic has got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
Too easy for Vucevic. He feasts from these interior spots.
Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Here's Brown. Brown with a little floater.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Claxton against Vucevic. Pass to Traore. Here's Demon. Jacks up a 3. Claxton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Boston leading by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Vucevic a screen on Williams. The 3 from Tatum. Good on the 3-point shot. Tatum's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Celtics. Here's Demon. He's got 9. And he converts the layup. Demon's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Saraf is out there at court. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wolf at the 3 spot. Clock at 6. Here's White. Bangs home the trifecta. White's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Celtics.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Right side Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Driving inside. Here's Clowney. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There's the triple. They get it back. Hauser. No good that
come
time.
on.
Nets trail by 12. Here's Wolf. It's good from long range. Wolf got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Substitutions. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now here's Tatum. Brown right side. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Porter.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch. You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. And get the 3. Nets trail by 7. Here's Claxton. Porter outside. Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. Clock is at 3. Shot from 12. Does not go. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. They've held a 12-point lead early. Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. Here's Tatum. The basket is good.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, yeah, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm.
Now Claxton. And he does not hit. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Brown, now Pritchard. Brown outside. From outside. pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now Brown, just 5 on the clock. And that one is good.
Superb focus there from Vooch, accepting the contact like a champ.
And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
At the line, shooting 1. Boston, timeout. All right, fans, give it up for Celtics representative.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Brown feeling it out a bit. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Another chance. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 10. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pritchard with the ball. Puts up a deep three. Porter pulls it down.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
For three. Buries the deep ball.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Timeout called, the Nets. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Still a sliver of hope.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Porter fires. Rebounded by Brown. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Drained from outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Michael Porter Jr. First personal foul, 4th team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Pritchard.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Thanks, Jason. This team is on a roll. Plenty of energy on the sidelines. How much fun are you having out there?
Winning is fun. Hopefully we can keep it up, especially at home. We don't want to let our fans down. We got the best fans in the league. And they give us all the energy in the world. So we appreciate them.
Doing it for the fans. Thanks, Jason.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation.
And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.